It's time for us live from the stage. You are watching Turner Talks Wrestling, live from Michigan. Now, live from Muskegon, Michigan, this is Tiger Talks Wrestling. Like, comment, subscribe, or be infected.
Hi there, everybody. Welcome to the very first prediction show. So we have the NXT Takeover Phoenix and Royal Rumble prediction show here on Tiger Talks Wrestling today. We'll see if anybody joins in for this or not, but I've got the link out there to some people. If anybody wants to come in and give their predictions, they're more than welcome to. However, for now, we'll just start with me until we see what's going on. Now, as per usual, of course, we got the NXT Takeover prediction and the NXT Takeover Phoenix show tonight. Repping my Ricochet shirt, but we'll get into that match here in a little bit that he's in. And then you got the Royal Rumble live on the WWE Network tomorrow night. We're going to start with the NXT Takeover prediction shows. Predictions for this. And here we have the first match that I'm going to be talking about here today. That being for the NXT Tag Team Championships. You got Hanson and Rowe, War Raiders, going up against the Undisputed Era's Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly for those NXT Tag Team titles. And these two teams have been feuding off and on for the last few months, ever since even before War Games. Just a little bit before, because it's a little break in their feud because War Raiders were a little injured after War Games. But now we get the match. And for this match, my prediction is that you're going to see a solid match, obviously. And I think it'll be probably the first match on the show because a lot of times they'll go with something like this for the hot start. I think that it could go either way, but I'm thinking there's going to be crowning of new tag team champions here in this match. I'm going with Rowe and Hanson, the War Raiders, to pick up the tag team titles. Now I'm just going to keep going along. You'll see I'm just checking back and forth to see if anybody's joined in the live stream here. And for anybody who might be watching, if you've got any predictions, leave them in the comment section as well. I'll get to those. We're going to jump down to this match. That'll take place tonight as Matt Riddle will go up against Cassius Ohno as Riddle looks to get a little payback after Ohno beat the living tar out of him pretty much after their last match that they had. As of right now, Matt Riddle is undefeated in NXT. But this being the third match between these two, I think it's fair and is about time that Cassius Ohno will probably get a victory. I don't think it'll be clean. I think it'll be very shady. Maybe see a low blow or something like that. But I think the knockout artist will come away with the victory in this match. Some people may argue Matt Riddle probably, they think, won't lose that soon. But I just got a feeling KO's going to... KO. Cassius Ohno is going to take the victory. Now we'll move into the North American Championship match. You got Ricochet defending the North American Championship against Johnny Gargano. And Johnny Gargano, as everybody knows, doesn't have that great of a NXT TakeOver record. He's lost a lot more than he's won, whether it be tag team matches or singles matches. Whereas Ricochet, well, he's been outstanding. However, I think this is the time for Johnny Gargano to finally win some singles gold in NXT. And I think that somehow, some way, he will walk out tonight as the new NXT North American champion. I don't really want to see Ricochet lose the title, but I just had that feeling that Johnny Gargano, Johnny Wrestling, is going to be walking out as NXT North American Champion. Then we'll jump into the NXT Women's Championship match. You got Bianca Belair, who, shockingly, is making her NXT Takeover debut. From what I heard tonight, seen earlier today, I should say, as she goes one-on-one. Gotta mention, Bianca Belair is, as she likes to put it, undefeated. She's going up against the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler. And I know some people are thinking this is where Baszler is going to drop the title and move up to the main roster and she'll be part of the Women's Royal Rumble tomorrow night. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it'll be a little bit still before Baszler and the other two members of the UFC version of the Four Horsewomen move up to the main roster. And I think that tonight, the undefeated Bianca Belair becomes a defeated. I think Shayna Baszler is going to retain the NXT Women's title. And, of course, you got the main event. As another man looking for revenge, Aleister Black, goes one-on-one with Tommaso Ciampa for Goldie, as Ciampa likes to call it, the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. Aleister Black, I believe, is still undefeated in takeovers, whereas Ciampa's kind of so-so in his record. But I think tonight we're going to see, obviously, a great main event between these two guys. But in the end, I see Tommaso Ciampa walking out still NXT champion, perhaps even with a little help from Johnny Gargano, and maybe, just maybe, a reformation of DIY by the end of the show. That could very well be what happens tonight, is what I'm predicting, is that you'll see DIY back together. I know Candice kind of got in the way of Johnny and Tommaso rejoining forces, so as to speak, on NXT this past week, but I think tonight you're going to get to see DIY back together. The Dark Side, welcome into the chat section. Don't really watch NXT as much anymore, but it should be an awesome show. Yes, I agree. So again, I've got War Raiders winning the tag titles, Cassius Ohno beating Matt Riddle. I think Johnny Gargano is walking out NXT North American Champion. Shayna Baszler retains the women's title, I believe, and Tommaso Ciampa, I think, will retain the NXT title tonight. That too. All right. Now on to the... Hey. Glad to see somebody's watching, reposts and stuff. Now on to the other predictions of this prediction show. Here in just a moment as I get the graphics up here. And I'll see something else here real quick too. Sorry, don't like to have quiet, but it takes a minute to load things up. There was one other person I was expecting to be in here, but he's currently no-show. That's okay, though. I don't mind doing these. At least the NXT part, especially. Don't mind doing those solo. We need a King of the Yard prediction show? Well, it'll be kind of a predictions when I do that review show this upcoming Monday night. But can't really do predictions for it if we don't know the entire matches for the rest of the first round yet either. So there's that. All right. Here we go. Hey, where'd you go? There it is. Yeah, funny. Okay, so now we'll get into the Royal Rumble prediction shows now that I got it all situated here. We're going to start with the kickoff show. And the first match I'll be doing predictions for. Yeah, we'll get into that. I haven't quite seen it yet. But I haven't had the time to, working a bit until today. The first match of the kickoff show is the Fatal 4-Way match. What it sounds like will be the first match that they have during the kickoff show. Let me first say I don't agree with the cruiserweights being put on the kickoff show again, because they seem to get that just about every single time, and I think they deserve better. But here you've got Akira Tozawa, who's been getting a little bit of training and help from D. Brian Kendrick, trying to get him a little nastier in the ring, pretty much, against Hideo Itami, who will have, I'm sure, Drew Gulak, not Drew Gulak, but we'll have Arya Daivari, I'm sure, not too far behind and in his ear. Then you got Kalisto of the Lucha House Party, and you've got the Juggernaut, the best-kept secret, the Cruiserweight champion, Buddy Murphy, in this Fatal 4-Way match. I'm sure a lot of people would say, well, the odds are stacked against him because he's only got a 25% chance to win, which is true. But I think this comes down to one of two men winning the match. I think either you're going to see Hideo Itami win the Cruiserweight title for the first time, or Buddy Murphy retain the Cruiserweight Championship. And I honestly just don't see the Cruiserweight Championship reign of Buddy Murphy coming to an end here. I think that Buddy Murphy will pull it out and will walk out of Phoenix, Arizona, out of Chase Field, as still your Cruiserweight champion. Now, with it being more than likely the first match of the kickoff show, there probably won't be a whole lot of people there to see it, but I still think this match will probably be a barn burner and will be a great way to start the kickoff. Then you've got this match on the kickoff show. We've got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev for the United States Championship. Now, let me start by saying the way they've booked Shinsuke Nakamura since winning last year's Royal Rumble has been a travesty. I mean, he deserved so much more than what he got over the last year. It looked like things were going to go great when he won the Royal Rumble match, and then you see him lose to AJ Styles at WrestleMania, the low blow afterwards, and that's all he pretty much was known for after that. He didn't do nothing in the entire build between him and AJ, in my opinion, besides the low blows. Didn't help him in any way, shape, or form. He would go on to win the U.S. title, United States of North America, that went nowheres. So honestly, I was happy when we seen on Christmas Day that Rusev won the United States Championship. This feud hasn't had much of any story behind it. However, I think that Rusev will walk out still United States Champion, because I just don't see him giving it back to Shinsuke Nakamura, and I don't believe he should get it back. To be honest, I believe I've seen the rumors of it, and I honestly think unless they start booking him better, Shinsuke Nakamura might even be better off leaving WWE and going back to New Japan or going to Cody Rhodes's and the Young Bucks' All Elite Wrestling or anywhere but in WWE with the way he's been booked. I mean, he was booked great in NXT, but the main roster hasn't been kind to Shinsuke Nakamura. Past that, yes, I see Rusev retaining the United States Championship. I think he will be U.S. champion for a little while here in the WWE. Maybe even going into WrestleMania, he's the United States champion because Rusev Day is over, if you ask me. I mean, over with the fans, not done and over with. All right, then we're going to jump into this match. I don't know if this will start off the show or not, but if they did, I think that'd be pretty cool. As I believe this is the second year in a row you'll actually see a SmackDown Tag Team Championship match during the Royal Rumble event. Raw can't say that. This match being, of course, the Team Bestie, the oddest way that these two came together after the World Cup. You got Shane McMahon and The Miz, odd tandem, who won a match or two. They've won one match, I believe, together and lost a match. Going up against the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Sheamus and Cesaro, The Bar. First of all, why in the heck are they giving Shane McMahon and The Miz a tag team title shot over all the other tag teams that are on SmackDown Live? I mean, sure, we've seen a lot of the Usos and a lot of the New Day, but if you ask me, Gallows and Anderson deserve this spot more so than Miz and Shane. They screwed up with that one, in my opinion. You could even throw Insanity there. You got the Clones that are part of the SmackDown Tag Team Division. This just doesn't make sense to me that they put Shane and Miz in there. And then, top it all off, I honestly wouldn't be too surprised if Shane and Miz somehow walk out the Tag Team Champions tomorrow night in Chase Field. Do I want to see that? No. But I wouldn't be surprised. The Bar has been made to look like fools at times in this brief feud. But they did decimate Shane and Miz on SmackDown this past Tuesday. And that's part of the reason why I think that Shane and The Miz will somehow pull it together and walk out as the new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. Hoping to be wrong, but that's my gut feeling, is that Shane and Miz are walking out tag champs. This one's quite interesting. So you got Becky Lynch, the man, going up against the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Now, we all know Becky didn't get pinned. Becky didn't get submitted back at TLC, because you don't have to be in a TLC match. Asuka just grabbed the title and pulled it down after Ronda Rousey stuck her nose in the man's business yet again. This match, to me, could go either way, but it's a tough call to make. However, due to shenanigans from Ronda Rousey or somebody, somehow, some way, I think Asuka's title reign will last past the Royal Rumble. And I'll get into more on the man, Becky Lynch, here in a little bit. But I just have a feeling that Asuka will walk out of Chase Field still SmackDown Women's Champion. Nothing against Becky, because I'm a big Becky fan. But I just don't think she's walking out with the SmackDown title, Women's title. And then you go into this other match, the Raw Women's title match. I've seen some rumors claiming that they think Becky might cost Ronda the Raw Women's title and Sasha will walk out with the title. I don't see that happening. I see Ronda defeating Sasha, making her tap out. The first of the 4 horsewomen that she'll actually defeat in a match. We'll get into the 4 horsewomen stuff later. But yeah, I think the boss is going to go down to the armbar of Ronda Rousey, and the baddest woman on the planet will walk out still Raw Women's Champion. We're going to skip over those 2 matches for right now. We'll jump into this one. The WWE Championship match. You got the real phenomenal AJ Styles versus the new Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. Now, these two should have, in my opinion, possibly their best match yet against each other. They put on a clinic in their previous match that they had against each other. AJ's turned a whole new level, as has Daniel Bryan. Interestingly, they're neck and neck here in the picture. But this match should be one of the top matches of the show, in my opinion. Just knowing how phenomenal of athletes these two guys are and how they can put on a great match together. In the end, I believe we will see the new Daniel Bryan walk out still WWE champion. I just don't see his title reign coming to an end this quick. I mean, it'll be close, but I think Daniel Bryan will win and retain the gold. Now on to this match. You got Finn Balor going one-on-one with the Beast, Brock Lesnar, for the Universal Championship. A title that Finn Balor never officially lost. He had to hand over after winning it a day beforehand. And he's gotten one championship opportunity since then against Roman Reigns, where he came up just a little short. And we've seen a new side of Finn Balor. It seems like he's getting a little bit of a push here lately, as of late. I will say, I honestly would love to see Finn Balor walk out as Universal Champion at the Royal Rumble. I think that would be huge and would mean a lot of difference in WWE and would prove that they're actually going with what the fans want to see, like the McMahon's claim they're going to do from now on. But we know how those claims go. I'd love to see Finn Balor walk out with the Universal title. I just don't see it happening, though. I believe Brock Lesnar will retain. Brock Lesnar will go on to be the Universal Champion at WrestleMania. So then we'll jump into the men's Royal Rumble match. As you can see here, there's 4 guys that are part of it. I'm going to go over the list of men that have been announced for the 30-man Royal Rumble match for tomorrow night. And then throw out my pick. Now, John Cena is still listed. I'm going to say John Cena's not going to be in the match tomorrow night. From what I've been reading, this whole angle they went with on Raw, claiming that Drew McIntyre injured John Cena's ankle last week on Raw, is just that. It's just an angle. John's not actually injured. He's gone recording another movie. Go figure. So we're not going to even mention John Cena being a part of this match because I don't believe he's going to be anywhere near it. He's not even going to be in Phoenix. You got the Viper, Randy Orton, the Apex Predator, who was just announced on Tuesday as part of the match. You got the former Intercontinental Champion, Dean Ambrose. You got the Architect, Seth Rollins. You got Samoa Joe, Drew McIntyre, Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods, all 3 members of the New Day. You got Apollo Crews, who, from what I've heard, is supposed to get a little bit of a push in this Royal Rumble match, but we'll see. You got Baron Corbin, Elias, Jinder Mahal, Jeff Hardy, the new Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley, Titus O'Neil. We'll see if they decide to go with another Titus World Slide or something interesting for his entrance. Andrade, Rey Mysterio. Speaking of which, those two have had so many great matches over the last couple of weeks. That tag team match, the singles match, and then that 2 out of 3 falls match. Man, I'd love to see those two get some time on a pay-per-view. I know that much. You got Mustafa Ali, and of course, the man who we know will enter number 30 after winning the Mixed Match Challenge, R-Truth. Whether or not that actually happens or he gets taken out and somebody else comes in, who knows? We'll see. But out of those 20 men that we know are part of the Royal Rumble match, 19, my gut's saying it'll come down to one of 2 guys, and they're both going to be from Raw, either Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins. Braun Strowman might even be in there. He could possibly win it. But my pick to win this year's Royal Rumble match is the Architect himself, Seth Rollins. Again, I said Drew McIntyre or Braun Strowman could be huge names in it if Braun ends up in the match. I'm assuming he probably will, since we've seen him wrestle against Finn Balor, this past Monday on Raw. I think he'll go down to the wire and be one of the last participants in it, but as will Drew. I just think that this is the time to push Seth Rollins to the moon, pretty much. And I think Seth Rollins is the man that should be walking out of the men's Royal Rumble match as the victor to go on to the main event in WrestleMania against, more than likely, Brock Lesnar. That would be nice. Some people want to see Bray Wyatt return tomorrow night, and I would love to see that in the Royal Rumble match. All right. Then, of course, you've got the women's Royal Rumble match. Whether or not that'll be the main event like it was last year, we'll see. You see 4 of the women that are part of it. You got SmackDown Charlotte Flair. You got Raw's Bayley, Natalya, and Nia Jax. We do know 23, I believe, women that'll be part of the Royal Rumble match, the women's Royal Rumble match. So that doesn't leave a whole lot of question marks for the match, but it leaves 7 spots. As mentioned, you got Natalya, Bayley, Ember Moon, Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, who just announced on Raw that she'll be part of it. First time she'll be in action in a couple months. You got Ruby Riott, Sarah Logan, and Liv Morgan, all 3 of the Riott Squad. You got Mickie James, Alicia Fox, Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Zelina Vega, Charlotte Flair, Naomi, Tamina, Peyton Royce, and Billie Kay of the Iconics, Dana Brooke, Lana, Nia Jax, Nikki Cross, and of course, entering number 30, off of winning the Mixed Match Challenge with R-Truth, is Carmella. Now, I'm hoping that they give Carmella a decent run in this Royal Rumble match. We'll see if that happens or not, but I'm hoping so. So, I got 2 theories on this match. Either one, if Becky Lynch doesn't end up in this match, I see Charlotte Flair walking out as the winner. I've heard rumors that possibly Becky could end up in this match and Charlotte and Becky both go over the top at the same time, kind of like Lex and Brett did back in the day, co-winners. Or I think Becky Lynch will actually, after losing to Asuka, enter this match, and Becky Lynch will go on to win the Royal Rumble match. Now, I've heard 2 different rumors for the main event of WrestleMania, and I'm going to give my take on them. Rumors that we could see a triple threat match, as it'll be Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title. Or we could see a singles match, Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title. I honestly would prefer the singles match. Nothing against Charlotte Flair, but I just really want to see Becky Lynch one-on-one with Ronda Rousey. And I want to see Becky Lynch be the one to end the undefeated streak of Ronda Rousey. There's been rumors that Fox wants Ronda Rousey over on the SmackDown roster come October when they move over to Fox. So this would be a good way to take the title off of her at WrestleMania and then give it to Becky, have Becky move over to Raw, you have Ronda Rousey move over to SmackDown during the Superstar Shakeup after WrestleMania. And there you have that. So that's my opinions. So, go over this one more time. If anybody wants to join in, if you're watching, and give your predictions for any of this, let me know before I end the show. But I will go over my picks one more time here. So I say kickoff show starting with Buddy Murphy walks out still Cruiserweight champion even with 3 other men in the match in the Fatal 4-Way. I believe Rusev will walk out still United States champion. And on the main show, I think Miz and Shane McMahon will be the only men to knock off champions and will become the new SmackDown Live Tag Team Champions. I got Asuka retaining the SmackDown Women's title over Becky Lynch somehow. Ronda Rousey retains the Raw Women's title over Sasha Banks. I believe Becky Lynch will go on to win the Women's Royal Rumble match. And I've got Seth Rollins winning the Men's Royal Rumble match. I got Daniel Bryan retaining the WWE Championship over AJ Styles. And I've got Brock Lesnar retaining the Universal title over Finn Balor. So, says there's a couple people watching. If you guys got any predictions you want to put in the chat section, go for that. Otherwise, since I have nobody else on here, those are the predictions. This has been a shorter show, which is fine by me, because then I can get to watching King of the Yard before NXT Takeover starts. Hey, get back here. All right. One viewer watching. Okay. So we'll see if other people watch this later, which would be nice, but we'll find out. Just a reminder before I do go off the air. This upcoming Monday, we got 2 packed shows. You'll see my first guest on Tiger Talks Wrestling, as I will have the boss of the sticks, king of the country, the boss man of VTW, Avery Hope, will be on Tiger Talks Wrestling this upcoming Monday at 3 p.m. 4 p.m. 4 p.m. It's like I had. Don't check. Make sure my times are right here. And I'm looking forward to an amazing takeover tonight, an amazing Royal Rumble tomorrow night. I'm sure takeover probably. Well, I'm not certain about that, but usually takeovers are better than the main shows. But I'm a huge fan of the Royal Rumble. It's my favorite besides WrestleMania. So. But yes, it's 4 p.m. Eastern Time. This upcoming Monday is when I'll be having on Avery Hoke. Should be an interesting show. He's been wanting to come on Tiger Talks Wrestling for quite a while now, and I figured I'll give him the chance to. It'll be the first time I've had a VTW guy on the show in quite a while. But hey, he deserves a chance to get some words out there. We'll be talking about his early years in VTW through the Best in the Yard shows and where he thinks VTW might go from here. Then immediately following Avery Hope's opportunity on Tiger Talks Wrestling, thinking around 6:30 p.m., half hour later than what I did this past Monday and what I plan on doing every Monday afterwards, will be the King of the Yard 2 First Round Part 1 recap show. So Monday will be a busy couple hours here on Tiger Talks Wrestling. So make sure you tune in for those shows. And Brandon and Ustalo both seen it. Neither one wanted to come in apparently. Good to know. Besides that, I know I don't usually do these prediction shows this earlier in the day, but I couldn't do it last night because I had to work until 9:30, and yeah, I just don't like doing them that late at night. So, with that being said, this has been the NXT Takeover Phoenix and Royal Rumble prediction shows here on Tiger Talks Wrestling. I thank you for joining in. Thank everybody for watching who might watch later. And the next prediction show you'll see for certain for WWE-wise will be, well, as my thing's deciding to freeze up here, hopefully you're still hearing me at least, will be for the NXT Takeover and WrestleMania prediction show here in April. I look forward to seeing what happens with the Elimination Chamber, seeing who will become the new first ever WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Like I said, hopefully I'm still live here as I tried to share the screen and it's deciding to freeze up. So, with that being said, if you're still hearing me, I'm not going to worry about playing the outro that I debuted this past Monday night since it's not wanting to work correctly here. I'm just going to say, we'll catch you guys Monday. Don't forget, we got Avery Hoke, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Immediately following that will be my King of the Yard 2 First Round Part 1 recap show and a little prediction show. Predictions for what I think will happen in Part 2 and maybe even beyond that for King of the Yard. If there's anybody watching that was part of the King of the Yard show this past Thursday, First Round Part 1, that would like to join in on that show on Monday, just to talk about their victory or loss and what they think will happen in the future of King of the Yard, then let me know and we'll get you on the show. Other than that, this has been Tiger Talks Wrestling. We are out of here. See you guys.